Well, on this week's show, we are back in the Hocking Hills, and even though it's a little snow-covered right now, it won't be long before the warm temperatures will be here. And if you want to come down and do some horseback riding, well, you can do it right here at the Spotted Horse Ranch. And then if you're looking for a cabin in the Hocking Hills, well, we stopped by Cabins by the Caves, Hocking Hills Cabins, and Ashridge Cabins, so some great cabins in the area to check out. If you're looking for some award-winning pizza, you have to stop by Pizza Crossing. That is just absolutely amazing, and we found a wonderful brewery along 33. There's a lot on today's show. I'm Mike Kilburn, and along with Renee Joseph, we are out and about in the Hocking Hills. Well, imagine going on a horseback riding expedition and stopping and actually having a big cookout outside. Well, it can become a reality down here in the Hocking Hills at the Spotted Horse Ranch. We talked to Ashley, and she told us more. Well, Ashley, so good to be at the Spotted Horse Ranch.
And good to have you here as well. Thank you.
You know, I would love to know what people do when they come to the Spotted Horse Ranch. So give us some idea.
Well, when people come to the Spotted Horse Ranch, they get to go on a trail ride, a guided ride through the Hocking Hills. They get instruction before they go. They get to look around and see all the animals that we have here.
So how many acres can people ride here, and how long does a ride take?
Well, we've got about 500 acres here. There are about 20 plus miles of trails. You can go for an hour ride, you can go for a 2-hour ride, and then we have our Cowboy Cookout, which is a 4-hour ride, and it comes with a lunch in between the 2 hours. You ride for 2 hours and then you stop. Lunch is prepared over an open fire. Sometimes there's chicken, corn on the cob, and then you get back on and 2 more hours of riding, and then you come right back.
So let's talk a little bit about what experience level do you have to come out and actually do this?
Well, we actually can accommodate all ages, all levels of experience. We do ask that our riders be at least 8 years old.
When does this get back underway again?
So we're not open right now, but we will open weather permitting starting mid to the end of April.
Well, give us some contact information so we can put it on the in the memory there.
Yes,
and plan on coming out.
You can call us at 740-332-RIDE. You can get on our Facebook page, thespottedhorseranch.com. You can send a private message directly there.
Fantastic. Well, what a great activity. Thanks for sharing with us today.
You're so welcome, and thank you for coming out.
Well, you know who leads in cabins in the Hocking Hills is Cabins by the Caves. And if you're planning a wedding, they have a couple of wedding venues as well. We talked to Mia Frieda. She told us more. Well, Mia, good to have you in Cabins by the Caves on the show.
Yeah, good to have you guys here.
You know, wintertime's a beautiful time to come to the Hocking Hills. A lot of people say, oh, it's too cold, I don't want to get down there, but it is a great time to be here, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of options. We have 52 different properties here. This is a family-owned business. My parents have worked on it for the past 15 years, and now I'm the marketing director. Right now, it's like super busy. It's a good way to get away, but not too far from home with everything going on right now.
Yeah. Do you think one of the reasons that you're seeing this surge is because of the pandemic?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a way for people to have their family all in one space in a different place, but not other people outside the family, you know. It's a good way to vacation.
Yeah, and I understand that you have a lot of amenities and options that you're here. You can have groceries delivered and things like that done,
yeah,
which makes it really nice, right?
Definitely, yeah. We have the cart to cabin, we have in-cabin chef, we have in-cabin massages, and we're also working on our wedding venues right now. We're expanding those. This cabin right here is the Hillcrest, and it is one of our wedding venues.
Yeah.
We can have up to 40 guests.
Nice wedding, right?
Yeah, definitely. Nice big wedding. We also have the homestead property, which can have 40 guests.
Yeah, and they're building some new cabins on that, right? Tell us a
Yes,
little bit about that.
Definitely. So we plan to have at least 6 to 10 properties, 6 to 10 cabins at the homestead, which will coincide with our wedding venue.
And that's like, 72 acres, I guess?
Yeah, 72 acres there. So definitely a lot of things planned for Cabins by the Caves.
So Mia, how far in advance should you book if you're looking to get a cabin down here?
So we recommend booking at least 2 to 3 months in advance, and even sooner in the summertime. That is our busy season.
Well, Mia, give us some contact information where we can make our reservations.
Okay, so our website, it is www.cabinsbythecaves.com, and you can reach us by phone at 877-322-2283. Our hours are 9 to 8 p.m. daily.
Well, if you're ready to leave that home office and come to a second home office, we got the place for you here in the Hocking Hills, and they've got even a promotion to promote you coming down here and enjoying this, plus some great tips about when's the best time to come to the Hocking Hills. Karen Raymore from Explore Hocking Hills told us more. Well, Karen, good to have you and Explore Hocking Hills on the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Nice to see you again.
It's so nice to be back down the Hocking Hills in the wintertime. It's absolutely beautiful to be back in the hills and see the snow and everything. Let's talk about traveling down here now. Why is this a good time to come to the Hocking Hills?
Well, it's a great time. For one reason, our cabins have contactless check-in and check-out. So if you want to be in control of your distancing, of your safety, you just can't beat it.
Now, I understand you're really busy on the weekends down here. So what tips can you give our viewers about coming down?
You bet. Well, first of all, if you really do need to travel on a weekend, plan in advance. If you can travel midweek, I highly recommend it because you've got more choices with your lodging options. Our trails are not as filled as they are on the weekends. You're going to get your best rates when it's not quite as high demand. And if you're planning a vacation here for this coming spring, summer, even if you're thinking about October, make your reservations now.
Yeah. Now, you got a nice promotion coming up, right?
We do. Well, we know a lot of people are still working from home. And while that's kind of convenient for some folks, you can get a little boring looking at the same four walls.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's called a new office view, and there's a link to it right on our website. It lists all of the properties that do have Wi-Fi.
Well, give us some contact information, Karen, where we can learn more.
Sure. Well, the best place to start is exploreHockingHills.com. That is the only official travel website for the Hocking Hills. And it's got information on things to do, places to eat, places to shop, and of course, all the wonderful cabins and lodges.
No question, a wonderful place to come. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Well, look at the pictures on this wall at Brewery 33. A lot of history, but not only that, a lot of the beers here are named after famous people and locations in the Hocking Hills area. We talked to Dave and learned more about what you're going to find here at Brewery 33. Well, Dave, good to have you and Brewery 33 on the show. You know, I've been by here 100 times, seen the place, always wondered what was going on here, so it's good to finally stop by.
Well, I'm glad you did. We've been open about 4 years, and we renovated this side of the building for the brewery, and we're doing real good here.
So what got you into craft beer?
About 12 years ago, I started home brewing and joined some homebrew clubs, one of them out of Columbus, Sods Brewing, and learned a lot about brewing beer, and then the building came up for sale and renovated it and opened a brewery here.
Wow, well, that's quite a story. So you got an inside bar, but you say you're kind of small on the inside but large on the outside. Tell us what you mean by that.
Well, we've got our small bar area here, which is not very big, but we've got this huge outdoor beer garden area. We've got our small one on the side here, and it attaches all the way around to the back. We got 27,000 square feet of outdoor beer garden area, 36 tables. So we have a huge outdoor area that's great for social distancing and having a beer in the summertime.
Let's talk about what you're brewing.
Right now, our Irish Ale is getting ready to come out. We always bring it out on St. Patty's Day. It's our Walsh Irish Ale. It's been a big hit. We got a Bach beer coming out. It's named after Bach Hollow, right up the road here, a new state park that they got here. So we have 15 beers on tap, and also a couple house-made sodas that we make. So it changes everything from IPAs to stouts to red ales to sours.
Dave, give us some contact information where we can find you and learn more about Brewery 33.
So Brewery 33 is right along Route 33. It's right before the 664 exit, 12684 College Prospects Drive. It's the huge black building with a red stripe right along 33.
Can't miss it,
Can't miss it.
So give us your website as well.
It's brewery33.com. We also have Facebook and Instagram, stuff like that. So we're listed all over social media, so you can find us pretty much anywhere.
Well, great. Well, thanks for sharing the information with us.
Thank you. Thanks for
being on the
stopping in,
show.
guys.
Would you like your business to make an appearance on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Well, if you're coming to the Hocking Hills, you have to go to Hocking Hills Moonshine. What a great place, a lot of fun where you can get moonshine, and before long you're going to be enjoying barbecue and a beautiful bar here in the Hocking Hills. Brian Sinclair told us all about what they have now and what they're going to have in the near future. Well, Brian, good to have Hocking Hills Moonshine back on the show.
Hey, thanks for coming back, man. Always enjoy it. Always a pleasure.
Well, for folks that's never been here, tell them what they're going to find at Hocking Hills Moonshine.
Well, you're going to walk in that door right there, and you're going to be greeted by a very friendly staff. We pride ourselves in customer service, and you can come on into a real live moonshine distillery. You can take a tour. You can do some tastings. You can watch the product being made.
You know, this distillery, what is it? What is the moonshine? What exactly is it? Is it
Moonshine
bourbon
is
or what?
grain alcohol. In the old days, farmers used what they had. They had a lot of grain. Water is your key ingredient. Water will change your flavor profile. That's how we mash up with just plain old field corn. We use a lot of sugar, and I use a baker's yeast to get that old time flavor. A lot of people want a smooth tasting product, and that's what we deliver here at Hocking Hills Moonshine. Bourbon is our new product. Now, bourbon is basically moonshine or whiskey aged in a barrel. It's charred on the inside. I do 3 barrel a month, and 2 years later, it comes out as a smooth tasting bourbon whiskey.
So last time I was here, you were talking about barbecue.
Yes.
So where we stand with that whole thing?
There was a little of a delay, but it is coming soon, hopefully this spring. Barbecue will be on the weekends. We'll have pizza and subs during the week to fill the food menu, and then we'll grow from there. But the biggest, most exciting thing is the bar.
Well, Brian, give us some contact information where we can find you here in the Hocking Hills, because we got to come and visit this place.
Okay, we're located at 55 South Spring Street here in Logan, Ohio. It's right off of 33, easy to find. You can always follow us on Facebook. Hocking Hills Shine is our website.
Brian, thanks so much for being on the show.
Hey, thank you. Enjoy it.
Well, we stopped by Ashridge Cabins, and I got to tell you, these cabins are absolutely beautiful, and what a wonderful view as you come back to nature. Whether you're coming down for a weekend or midweek with some great rates, you need to check this out. We talked to Teresa Nelson. She told us why this is one of your best cabins that you can find in the Hocking Hills. Well, Teresa, good to have you and Ashridge Cabins back on the show.
Thank you for being here.
So let's just review for our audience that maybe didn't see the prior episode. How many cabins do you have here? And tell us a little bit about them.
Okay, so right now we are running 4 cabins. We have the Lover's Loft, which currently is the largest cabin that we have. It has a loft space with a queen bed. It has a master suite with a king bed. It also has a blow-up mattress for those kids who just love that camping kind of aspect to it. We also have the Cuddlebug, which is a cottage just down the road, about a quarter of a mile down the road. And we're changing that cabin into a 2-bedroom cabin, and it also has a fold-out futon. So that one will eventually accommodate up to 8 people. So this is the Maple Lane cabin, and as you can see, it's kind of a 1-room cabin with the exception of the addition of the game room and the hot tub. So it's very intimate, it's small, it's quaint. And this cabin's a lot like the Sweetheart cabin, which is right next door. So these are smaller cabins really meant for romantic getaways for couples.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, and then we're looking at expanding. We have a larger cabin at the end of the lane, and that cabin's going to be the biggest cabin that we have on the property, and we're hoping to accommodate between 10 and 12 people.
So Teresa, what's a good time to book the cabins here?
Okay, so our weekends are really booking up quickly, which is really great. So if you're looking for a weekend, you really want to start booking now for, if you're looking into late April, May, June, and even the summer and fall is starting to book up. But if you want some really great rates, check out our weekdays. The rates are fantastic, the availability is there, and it's just a nice place to get away for just a few days, even in the middle of the week.
Well, we're going to leave it there, but give us some contact information as to how we can make reservations to come down and see you.
Okay, well, you can check out our Facebook page, which is Ashridge Cabins, Hocking Hills, Ohio, or you can go to our website at www.ashridgecabins.com.
Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus. Well, if you visited Logan or the Hocking Hills, you certainly know of the Pizza Crossing. Their pizza is legendary. They've won awards statewide for their pizza, and so we wanted to find out what makes it so good. Bob told us more. Well, Bob, good to be at the Pizza Crossing.
Thank you.
You know, I will say this, through our travels, whenever I mention Logan, everyone talks about the pizza crossing. This place is just legendary.
Yes, it is.
So tell me why everybody just loves this place.
It's the local hangout. All the locals love it. We've been voted best pizza in Ohio. Been here since 1977.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So to the tourists that are coming down here, what are they going to find when they come to Pizza Crossing?
Pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, wings, salads. We have draft beer. We have about anything you want on our menu.
So what's the favorite when people come in?
The favorite?
Yep.
Everything. I mean, to be honest, it's everything.
Everybody loves it, huh?
Yep.
So how has the community supported you here in Logan during the pandemic?
Oh, the community has been awesome. We were closed for about 3 weeks, and when we opened back up, we had a line out the parking lot and down the street for 2 blocks. So they've been very, very supportive.
People come down from Columbus or wherever to visit the Hocking Hills. Are you easy to find?
Very easy to find. The Hocking Hills Tourism Association Welcome Center will give you directions here.
Well, give us some contact information for folks traveling to the Hocking Hills in Logan.
We're at 58 North Mulberry Street, Logan, Ohio. Our phone number is 740-385-8558. You can also go to pizzacrossing.com. The directions are there. I want to pitch in Lancaster also. It's at 1407 Tiki Lane, 740-681-9889.
You know what that means? They can stop in Lancaster on the way down from Columbus.
There you go. They don't have to come quite as far.
Get lunch there and then come down here and have dinner, right?
There you go.
Great to have you on the show, Bob.
All right. Thank you very much.
Many children are dealing with remote learning with their kids at this time. And as kids go back to the classroom, there's also a wonderful opportunity down here in the Hocking Hills area for you to help your child learn science. We talked with Rebecca from Hocking Soil and Water Conservation about their project, Mother Nature's Classroom. Well, Rebecca, thanks for coming on out and about Columbus, and thanks for having us out to Hocking Water and Soil Conservation and Mother Nature's Classroom. And you know, so many people are bringing their kids down here during COVID and offering learning experiences in this area, and you guys have the ultimate learning experience with the Mother Nature's Classroom. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so we put together like a packet of about 7 activities that families can pick up at the Welcome Center. Or, you know, if you're not coming all the way down here and you're looking for some activities, you can go online to explorehockingHills.com and click on Mother Nature's Classroom and get these activities that are easily done in the outdoors. Generally hitting kindergarten through about 8th grade.
Well, let's talk about maybe some of the activities we might get to do with our kids when we do this.
So an example would be, we have 3 different levels of a scavenger hunt. And one could be used for preschool. It's just a basic ABC scavenger hunt. You're looking for items that begin with each of the letters. Or maybe if you have a junior high, one that maybe takes a little closer look, more on a social aspect of things, you can look at the unnatural trail. So looking for man-made items on the trail that are good or bad.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful idea. I love it. How do we find out more information about this project?
So you can visit explorehockingHills.com and click on Mother Nature's Classroom. Each activity is available for a PDF download, and there's also a PDF that you can click on that kind of shows you the standards that it will be meeting if you have students that you're doing this for some remote learning.
Wonderful. Rebecca, thank you so much for taking the time today with us to share this wonderful information.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content. If you're looking for a great shopping experience in the Hocking Hills, you want to stop by Appalachian Arts and Crafts. We've been here several times, and they have some beautiful stuff, a lot of fun just to come and enjoy what you'll see in this store. We talked to Sandy Ogle, she told us more. Well, Sandy, good to be back at Appalachian Arts and Crafts.
It's good to have you back.
So, you know, I always love stopping here. You always have something exciting. It's fun to always come down and look around, and for visitors coming down from Columbus, they need to stop here and see you. So tell us about some of the new things that you have.
Well, some of the newest things we have is called this buffalo check, and it will go with black, white, gray. It's very universal. That's one of the hottest colors right now.
Let's talk a little bit about the drapes that you have. I happen to see those.
Yes, the drapes, you can get the buffalo check, you can get different plaids, you can get solids, you can get grays, whites, about any color you want.
And that's probably, you said, some of the most popular things that you're selling here?
That is correct. Park Design, they carry a good product. It wears a long time. Good product.
I know when we were walking around the store, we were looking at the statues down here in the corner. Tell us a little bit about those.
Those statues, those concrete statues out front, those are big sellers. Probably the biggest seller we have in the statues is Bigfoot.
So what about the artwork here? That was one of the things that I remember on my last trip here that's big.
We have various kinds of arts. We have art from people painting on bowls and glassware to bottles. We have a variety of art. We do have a lady that is an artist, and she does a lot of fall scenes. And then we have a lot of Billy Jacobs pictures.
So Sandy, where can people find you as they come down 33? I know it's pretty easy because I see it as I come past here.
As you're coming down 33 headed toward Logan, approximately 5 miles before you get to Logan, we're over on the left-hand side. Now, what I tell people is, if you pass the buildings and you see buildings with your green roof, you went too far, turn around and come back.
No question.
There are several businesses, and we're open 7 days a week.
And this is a shopping experience you'll absolutely enjoy, right?
Absolutely.
Well, Sandy, good seeing you.
It's good seeing you too.
Thanks
You
for being on
take
the show.
care.
You too. You know, I stopped by here a few months ago when this was under construction. It's Worthington of Logan, and it's an absolutely beautiful boutique hotel. And we had an opportunity now that it's open to see it in its finished stages, and boy, is it beautiful. Joyce told us more and how you can get reservations here. Well, Joyce, good to have Worthington of Logan on the show. This is absolutely beautiful, and I was here just as when it was under construction, and boy, it's turned out to be something really gorgeous.
Well, thank you very much. We're so excited that you're here with us today. We actually opened for business on February 1st of 2021. We wanted to bring something unique to the Hocking Hills, to the Logan area. We have strived to make this a tropical ambiance, a getaway. We're a small boutique hotel. We only have 36 rooms. So we're specializing in personalized customer service.
So what do you think sets you apart from, say, cabins or going to the cabins?
Well, we are in downtown Logan, like I just mentioned. So we are close to all of the restaurants, bars, a lot of the activities. We have museums, we have shopping. So all those most of them are within walking distance, actually. And yet, we're only a short, less than a half an hour drive to all of the major state parks.
Well, tell us a little bit about the rooms then.
Well, we do have 36 rooms. Majority of them are single king-size beds. We do have a few rooms that have 2 beds, so if you want to bring your family, and we have adjoining rooms also. The pool is beautiful. It is so nice. It's relaxing. We're using the saltwater chemical system, so it doesn't have any harsh chemicals, doesn't have that harsh chlorine smell.
You're going to be bringing the folks down for this, no question about it. Well, give us some contact information where we can learn more and how we can make reservations.
Okay, we can always find us on the web at worthingtonoflogan.com. We also encourage people to call us direct, 740-385-1111. Very easy number to remember. We can answer all of your questions and get you the best rate possible.
Well, I'll tell you, Joyce, it's beautiful. We're going to send some folks down from Columbus to enjoy this. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Would you like your business to make an appearance on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more. Well, if you're looking for a romantic getaway this winter and even this early spring, you've got to check out Hocking Hills Cabins. It's romantic, it's private, and it's very secluded. Missy told us more about some of the amenities they have that make them so special. Well, Missy, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Thanks for having us out to Hocking Hills Cabins.
Thanks for inviting us.
Well, tell us what's so special about your cabins. I understand they're all adult now.
Yes, we are an all-adult facility. One of the things that I think is the best thing about our location is we're so secluded. We're still close to local activities and stores and things like that, but we're secluded.
It is so beautiful out here. You look around and everything you see All around you is woods. It's nice, especially during the winter time. Tell us some of the amenities that you have that's very special here.
One of our most popular ones is the Cupid services. It's where we come to your cabin when you're gone, and we set up a few items for you that are romantic when you come back. Bed of roses on your bed. We start the fireplace for you. There's candles and things like that. It's just romantic. We offer the traveling chef, where they come to your cabin and they cook for you. And then we offer the massage services, which they also come to your cabin.
If you'd like to take advantage of some of the amenities that you have here, how do you go about doing that?
You can add that to your stay when you make your reservation online. There's options out there where you can pick the things that you would like to add to your stay, and everything is pretty much ready for you when you get here for your stay.
Well, how do we find out more information about Hocking Hills Cabins so we can book a stay here?
You can visit our website online. It's www.hhcabins.com.
Wonderful. Missy, thank you again for having us out and showing up your beautiful cabins to us.
Well, you know, when you're visiting the Hocking Hills, you're always looking for some fun things to do. Well, we caught up with Shane from Hocking Hills Adventures. We were there last July, and if you love canoeing, tubing, miniature golf, go-karts, camping, the whole 9 yards, Hocking Hills has something for you. Shane told us more. Well, Shane, good to have you and Hocking Hills Adventure on the show today.
Good to be here.
You know, I visited with your dad last July and was checking out the canoes and stuff down there.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of fun things to do in that
Right.
that area, but you're bringing some new stuff in, right?
Yes. Well, one of the big things we're doing this year is we're adding a nice tube trip. Tubing is very popular. You get a nice little tube and just float down the river. It take about 2 to 3 hours.
Well, that sounds great. I like I said, I mean, I think the canoe trips were really fantastic.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about those as well. How long does the canoe trips go?
Only offering 2 trips right now. There's a 5 mile, 1 to 2 hour trip. That's kind of your beginner family trip. And then we have a longer trip, which is a little bit more popular, about 2 to 3 hours. We have a campground, so you can come stay with us or stay in a cabin or camping. And we also have some activities for families. We have a go-kart track. The area's only go-kart track. And a couple of years ago, we added a splash pad. And then we got the miniature golf. We even added a jump pad where kids can just go on there, or you or me can go on there and we just jump around, and the kids love it. One of the things that we like about our activity is it's COVID friendly. I mean, we're outside. You can go out and get on the river and you're spaced out and you can just kind of relax and kind of let that anxiety and stress that we all have to deal with on a daily basis just go away.
Well, Shane, it sounds great. Tell us when your season starts down there and give us some places that we can learn more about Hocking Hills Adventures.
Sure. We say April 1st is kind of our soft date, but you also want to think about, getting reservations in now because those busy weekends in the summer tend to book up pretty fast. So if you got a date you're thinking of, go ahead and get a good reservation so you can secure a spot.
Well, Shane, thanks so much for the information. And we look forward to visiting you at Hocking Hills Adventures a little bit later on in the season. And thanks for all the great information. It's a wonderful thing to do in the Hocking Hills. Thanks again for being on the show.